if we're talking about cardio, does NEAT, like non-exercise activity thermogenesis, factor into this? Because I would basically say that it does. You have these basically three tools. You have resistance training, you have cardiovascular training, and then you have NEAT. But NEAT is really just an extension of that cardiovascular training. It's just at a different heart rate zone. It's like your NEAT might be moving around, but it is cardio to some extent. And you might be going for a walk. That's cardio to an extent. Like it might be at like 90 beats per minute, or like when you're really fit, it might be like 70 beats per minute. That's one of the annoying things as well, especially as you get really, really fit. Like you're doing your same daily activities, but they're just really, really easy, right? And you might be like, oh, that's obviously a benefit, right? But from a fat loss perspective, that's not really a benefit. Like I want my heart rate jacked up to be like 160 while I'm walking, and pump through calories while I'm going for this 15-minute walk. Like I don't want to be extremely fit, struggling to get my heart rate over 80 beats per minute, even though I'm going uphill walking. It's like like that's just the case with fitness, right? But NEAT, Gary, I would be like, or I would be of the perspective that we would ideally have a NEAT goal, and the way we would track this is usually through steps. And this is just to account for the fact that if we do bring in cardio or resistance training, usually what happens is there is some sort of adaptation throughout the day where if you bring in a cardio session or a training session, like most people are going to move less throughout the day, right? And so we want to kind of somewhat standardize the movement throughout the day, and the way we do this is through NEAT. It also accounts for the fact that if we are in a calorie deficit, generally what happens is people start to move less throughout the day. So we want to also, again, standardize for that as well. So in my mind, it's a standardization thing, but also it is an extension of the cardiovascular training. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I would agree. And it's something I prioritize with the vast majority of my clients, that I'll give them some sort of step target unless they already work a job that is very standardized, where like they know that they're getting 10 to 15,000 per day. And that's just a standard in their schedule. No need to track it in that case. But for most people, I want them to be, getting their activity up throughout the day. It's a very low fatigue way of achieving extra energy expenditure, has additional health benefits. So it absolutely is something that I would consider on that cardio spectrum.